Hey y'all, welcome back to the Southern Cottage. I am Connie, and today is Wednesday, March the 22nd of 2023, and this is going to be our first official garden tour. We're going to start in my greenhouse. I'm standing in front of it right now. This is my happy place besides my craft room, and yeah, I started lots and lots of seeds. Let me show you what I've got left, what I kept for myself. And then I'll show you my greenhouse garden and all around. This is my greenhouse and I love it. And that's my heater. Got to do something to keep these plants alive during the freezes. Okay, so I start all of my seeds in here. All of this was started from seed. I have some dahlias, that's some oregano. It's really, really, really tiny. Some daisy silver princess. That's some lavender, some basil, some pepper. I'm trying to get my ground cherries to sprout. They are fighting me. These are some peppers that I purchased because my peppers weren't sprouting, and then those just magically came up. And I've got some other things, trying to pre-sprout some clematis and cyclamen and some lily of the valley for my shade garden. Here are all of my tomatoes. I think I have about 60 tomato plants, and all of these, except for this one right there, I started from seed. I'm not going to go through all of the varieties, but I have a lot. I try to grow all heirlooms and things you can't buy at the store. Anyway, there's some more of my peppers. I kept 2 of every one of those too. I actually tried my hand. I tried to start flower seeds, and you'll see what didn't happen. I got a little bit of echinacea, the purple cone flower, and a couple of baby's breath. So there's like 3 of the echinacea that came up. And then what do I have over here? This is amaranth right there. Well, you can't even see what I'm pointing to. Amaranth. And then these are coleus. That's supposed to be a coleus as well, but I don't think that is. That's all that came up in here. This is supposed to be a cosmos, but that thing looks sick. It looks like it's not doing what it's supposed to do. I did get some peppermint to sprout, and y'all, these are ranunculus. And if you've never seen a ranunculus corm, let me see if I can pull one out. It looks so weird. Let me just pull this one up. Looks like octopus. Oh, these are doing so good. I tried these last year and never could get them to pre-sprout. You see those brown pieces? That is the corm. And I'm gonna be able to plant these up on my porch. Let me try and get these back down in here. Those are super cool, but I've never been able to get them to grow. And this year they're doing amazing. This thing is full, and I've got another one. These came from, I believe, the 99-cent store, and they are starting to sprout as well. So yeah, my greenhouse is full of all kinds of stuff. All my pots that I haven't used, my different fertilizers and things like that over there, and all my seed starting stuff. Okay, right outside my greenhouse is my greenhouse garden. So I have these 2 beds, and I spent spring break cleaning everything out and amending. So everything that I've got is ready to be planted in, and I've got a lot, and a couple of things have been planted because they were not doing so hot in the seed trays or the 4-inch pots that I had them in. This is a squash plant, yellow squash, and they were turning yellow on the leaves, and that is a lack of nutrients, so they needed to get in the ground. So I made sure and get all my squash and zucchini and my cucumbers. This was a fair project that Matthew built that did not make sale, and now it's in my garden, and I absolutely love it. I don't know what I'm going to plant in there. And y'all, I've got to redo all of my drip, make sure everything's working right, so it's all over the place. This is one of my Greenstalks. This is the original Greenstalk, and it is full of basil and oregano. I seeded these. It spins. This is Bloomsdale long-standing spinach, and I think this is some baby spinach. Let's see. I lost my tag. Yeah, baby leaf spinach. Giant noble spinach. None of my onions came up. Tarragon, that's store-bought. This is sage. I did buy some sage. Fern leaf dill, because I've not really had good luck with my seeds on some of this stuff. Got some cilantro coming up. Here's some slow bolt cilantro that's seeded. This was supposed to be broadleaf sage. Oh, there's one in there. Hot dog, look at that. And this is Italian oregano. I bought that, and that was the first thing I planted in here, and it's loving its life. Down here's all my basils. This is a mammoth basil. It tastes just like sweet basil, but look at how fat those leaves are. I love that. I think this is lemon. No, spicy bush basil. Dark opal basil, purple basil. Tastes just like sweet basil, but it's purple. This is my regular sweet basil. These are about ready to pinch, so they will spread out. That, I think, is the lemon. Yeah. And this is the Greek mini. And I saw this and I thought it looked really cool. This is a different, where's my, I don't know where my tag is for that. It's gone. But this is a different basil, and it definitely needs pinching. Chamomile. This is Genovese basil, and I don't know what's going on with it. I think it's getting overwatered. Over here, I've got some parsley, thyme. Here's one of the sage that I purchased, and back to that. And then all the way up here, I've got my lettuces going. This is the salad blend. I think this is the regular romaine. This is amaranth, red leaf amaranth. And I'm just going to snip it, and we'll do like a cut and come again on all of these. I have regular, this is garlic chive, and this is regular chive. And this is, I think I've already done that. Nope, that's red romaine. These are Armenian white cucumbers. They're not actually cucumbers. They taste like a really mild cucumber, but they're actually gourds. They don't get bitter when it gets hot. And I've never actually gotten these to grow. These are the last of my seeds. I went ahead and did them all, so I've got them on both sides of this trellis right here. And then my strawberry Greenstalk, I bought bare root strawberries, and none of them came up. One got a little leaf on it. Y'all, I know it's loud out here, sorry. One got a leaf on it, and then it died away. So basically what I'm gonna do is pull all of these out, because they ain't doing nothing but sitting. And then when these, after they produce their berries, I will let them put off runners, and I will take the runner and just set it in there, and that'll be a whole new plant for next year. These are all perennials, so they will come back. There is another, oh my goodness, I already forgot what it was. Got a fern leaf dill right there. That's the only one that came up. And then I went ahead and separated out my chives. So I have garlic chives in both of these. Nothing else is planted back here, so let's move up there. Okay, this is where I'm going to plant a lot of my peppers. And I'm gonna plant them in ground here. I don't like planting in ground anywhere because I can't control the soil. When I plant in a planter or my raised beds, I can control what's in there. Y'all know me, y'all know I like to have control, but I'm gonna try it. When it gets this will get the noontime and the late afternoon sun, and peppers like it hot. I can probably fit about 10 or 12 plants in this whole thing, because peppers like to hold hands. So that's what's going to happen here. And I had to put up some plastic to kind of protect, because you know this is not watertight under here, and I didn't want any of my irrigation ruining my floor. And then we have, this is a zucchini plant, and it wasn't loving its life, but it's already got blooms on it. I've got a couple of planters here ready to go. And then let's go here first. This is my raised bed garden. So we have the greenhouse garden, the raised bed garden. This is the first area that I did. These are about 4 years old. Filled them up using the hugelkultur method. If you don't know what that is, it's kind of like lasagna layering. So you put leaves, you put sticks, you put pieces of wood, bad soil, and you just keep layering it in there. And I filled those up. I filled these up halfway with that. And then I put good soil on top, compost, and every year I top it off. But this cattle panel right here is where I'm going to grow my cucumbers. So I have a Boston pickling and a cucumber muncher. And then I have all the rest. This is a 4-foot square bed, so I have 3 of those, and then I have a 2 by 8 foot. But I have all this room left to plant. I haven't figured out what I'm putting there yet. We shall see. A couple of more pots over here. Yeah, like I said, ignore all the drip. I had to move it all so I could get these beds amended and ready to go. And then another pot over here. Normally I like to grow either tomatoes or tomatillos in this. That box had plants in it because I went to the store today. Anyway. Alright. My Peggy Martin climbing rose. Let me cover up my license plate there. I love this rose. Let me move so we can see it from the front. She's got pink blooms on her, and she is turning yellow because she needs some nutrients. So I need to fertilize. I've got a lantana right there that come back. That is my mint bucket. Y'all, mint is a garden bully. Keep it contained. Put it in a pot. Do not let it get in your garden. It will take over. And I went ahead and planted a mammoth basil there as well. Another lantana. And then I've got purple Jew here. And this area needs a lot of work. This is not ready to be planted because I need to get my veggies in there. But I've got some bulbs in here. Some things that I bought on clearance. These are euonymus bushes. They can take part sun, part shade. Nandinas and columbine. And that is my rosemary plant because the freeze took out my rosemary. And the only thing left in here really is my yesterday, today, and tomorrow plant. It comes out bright purple yesterday. Today will be a lavender color, and tomorrow will be white. That's why it's called yesterday, today, and tomorrow. And then cannas, callas, calla lilies. I need to move those. And these are what's left of the tomato plants that I started way too many of. I've already sold about $300 worth of starts, and that, you know, paid for all of my soil and everything else. But I've got all kinds of tomatoes in here. Whenever I go to plant my tomatoes, I'll take y'all with me and show you my different varieties. They are so stinking cool. Little chamomile babies down here. Anyway, these are in all different stages because they come up at different times. This one broke off. It didn't break off, it bent. I wonder if I can plant it way down. You know what? I'm not keeping these. I got to remind myself these are going away. Okay, this is my front flower bed. I get about 6 hours of sun here in the morning. So I have this here, and then all along the front of my porch. This is my porch. Of course, I've got my planters here, wait, where are we at? There, and then I have another one over here on the left. But I do have some perennial stuff in here. These are spider lilies. Mimi and Dr. Dan gave me those. That was Dr. Dan's mom's, so they've been living for years. Cannas, callus. Yeah, I don't remember what they are. These are daffodils, and they've already bloomed. And then I have a lantana over here, but I'm getting ahead of myself. So last year I bought a ton of bulbs, and I think I did a video on my dollar store bulbs, and I bought a lot of gladiolas, and I left them in the bag. I did not plant them. Y'all, I found them, and a year-old bulbs. I planted them. I'm like, what the heck? Let me just mass plant them and see what happens. Well, I've got growth right here, right there. This one was like that in the bag. And then I've got several points coming up here. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's probably 7, 8, 9. They're all just coming up. So don't throw away old bulbs. And then I love dahlias. So I planted a bunch of dahlias here last year, and they're supposed to overwinter in the ground where I'm in zone 9, and they're supposed to be fine, but they did not come back up. So I bought some more dahlia tubers. I'll show you what they look like when I go to plant them, but look, I'm pre-sprouting them, so whenever I plant them, I know where everything is, because y'all, I get excited and start putting stuff in the ground, and I'll hit something. I have to have some green to show me where everything is. But all of these, this was already there. It was in the bulb packet, but I'm telling you, they're coming up. I'm gonna be able to see where I plant all these. And these actually get really top heavy, so I just ordered some stakes for them. There's some more in there. This one was up, that one was not. Super excited about that. And then I have a lot of individual planters for those. And then these are petunias. Got them on clearance for $1 for a 4-pack. There ain't nothing wrong with that. Some other things that I am pre-sprouting are hollyhocks. There's no action on these yet. I saw that and I'm like, hey, but then I was like, that's not a hollyhock. But peonies, look at this. I'm so stinking excited. Peonies will live for decades, y'all. Take care of them and they will stay with you forever. Is that one? That might be part of a hollyhock. Anyway, so much stuff up here pre-sprouting, so I know where everything is. And then, too much shopping. I don't remember what all of these are called. I have 3 different lantanas, I believe, but they're all either yellow or purple, and this is the flower from my childhood. Look at those. That is the color that I was looking for, and I never could find it. Look at the yellow and the pink. That is it. Sweet potato vine. This is a double petunia. Believe it or not, I got these at Walmart. That is crazy. Anyway. Oh, Lord. That is a sedum right there that actually overwintered. These are lemon coral sedum right here. This is a dahlia that I bought just because. Supertunia purple. Don't remember what that's called. I bought some creeping Jenny. I don't remember what that's called. Celosia, I believe. And here's another dahlia that I have that I'm trying to pre-sprout. These are all full of the dahlia tubers. And then this mess up here. Okay, last year I planted so much in this area. I spent some money on bulbs and tubers because I wanted this area full of life. This is full shade, 100% shade. The sun stops right here, and that's it. None of this gets sun. So I have to plant shade-loving things. And this is the only thing that came back. I don't even know what it's called, but look at that pretty bloom. And it's still alive. So I am trying to pre-sprout some caladiums and some hostas. I've got, they're all over the place. So this hosta is coming up. Oh, there's another one. Hot dog. There's another green piece right there. Look at that. Okay. More hostas right here. Nothing is coming up in these that I can see. And then a still bee. And this used to be on the side garden outside the fence. Y'all, that was a pain in the butt to move. This is actually the back of it. I didn't notice it until after we had moved it, and I got thrown on the dolly and hurt my leg. And I said, we're just gonna plant stuff in front of it and cover that up because we ain't moving that thing again. It was so dang heavy. But it's full and ready to be planted, and I've got so much. I've got English ivy in here. That is a creeping fig, I believe. I've got begonias. I've got an angel wing begonia right there. So pretty. I don't know what that thing in the back is. These are all spillers. So those are all going to go in either this or my 2 urns that I have in here. And then I've got 2 more pots beside the front porch. But this is Ajuga, Caitlin's Giant. And it puts on a pretty purple flower. I've already forgotten what these are, y'all. Let me get down here. It's Ajuga. I thought it was. These are just smaller versions. This is a giant version. More creeping Jenny. You can grow this in sun or shade. These things are so pretty. I needed something with some color up here, y'all. So that's what I'm bringing in. Most shade gardens, all they have is green. And I needed color. I need color. So all of these are going to bring color to my garden. And y'all, the names are leaving me right now. Coleus, thank you. All of these are different kinds of coleus. Look at all the different colors on those. This one is kind of warty, if that's a word. I love all the variegation. And then hostas. So I'm pre-sprouting those hostas. I tried that last year. A few of them came up. I was not going to be left with no hostas. So I went ahead and purchased some. They were a little high, but there's another dang caterpillar. Patriot hosta. These are going to get pretty big. 22 inches tall, 20 to 30 inches wide. But look how big these leaves are already getting. This is so pretty. I love the variegation on that as well. So all of these are hostas. And if you'll look, this one has one. But this one, look at all the different sprouting points here. I could separate these out and make all different plants with those. Same with this one right here. Same. It's pretty small. I would probably let it live a year and then do it. Okay, these are heucheras. The common name is coral bells, but heuchera is the name. This is Dale's strain coral bells. It's a heuchera. These are perennial, and they're supposed to come back. Proven Winners has some really, really nice ones. Let me see if I can get this big one is a Proven Winners. I want to get the name of it. So pretty. The underneath is purple. Primo Black Pearl. Look at the color under there. This one is, let me find the color. Dulce Wild Berry. So pretty. And this one is kind of orangey pink. I'm not going to look at the name of that because I'm stretching too far. And this one is just Coral Bells. Now, I like a pretty fern, but I have never seen these ferns that I bought today. Ever. When I think of fern, I think of these. Or the asparagus ferns. These are ferns to me. So this one is a leatherleaf fern. That's a fern. Southern wood fern. This was on clearance for $2.50 all day long. Thank you very much. And so was this one. Now these, look at those. How stinking cool is that? Let me pull the tag. This is a silver lace fern. Part shade to shade. Height 8 inches. That height is 2 feet already. Anyway. Beautiful in woodland settings, borders, and containers. Yeah, it says it only gets 8 inches. That is a lie. It's already bigger. But I don't care. I need something with some bulk. But look at that texture. And then these. How stinking cool are those? Let me pull this out. This is silver ribbon fern. Height 30 inches. So stinking pretty. I cannot wait to get this stuff in the ground. You just have no idea. But I have a catering Friday, so I have to cook. But yeah, for a shade garden, I think that all of this color is going to be flippin' fantastic. And can you imagine when they get big and bushy and lush? And all my caladiums get in there with the big fat leaves and red and white and green. I can't even. Okay, this is what we are going to dub the chicken garden. This right here is where Matthew used to keep his rabbits for show. And we are done with that. If y'all don't know, my son, my baby, the last one is graduating in just, 2 months. He had his last show. We're done. The rabbits are gone. We're giving the cages and stuff to my godson because he's going to start showing rabbits. He's getting all of that stuff. And that leaves this whole area available for me. That storage building right there is where Cody keeps all of his signs for his sign business. So we are actually going to take this building and turn it one turn that way. There's a mess over there. That's my side fence. To where the door, which is right here, will now face that fence, and we're going to take part of that fence out to where he can just pull his truck in beside over here and load his stuff up instead of walking all through my garden. And then from the back of that building on up towards the greenhouse to about right there is all going to be chicken run. I'm going to get me some ladies because I'm tired of paying the prices for the eggs. Anyway, my neighbor's cows. That's another story. That is a dead fig tree. We're not going to cry about that right now. I'm just going to replace it. I've got more squash and zucchini back here. These are mineral tubs I got for free from a friend of mine who raises horses and cows. I have about 21 or 22 of these on my property right now, this size. And then I have some smaller ones. Anyway, I'm trying different areas of my yard because it gets different lighting. You have different microclimates in different areas. So I planted squash and zucchini in 3 different areas in my yard to see where it grows best. And I'm going to do the same thing with cherry tomatoes and peppers and corn. I'm going to plant corn in these buckets. And we're going to see where each plant likes to live the best. So that's what we're doing back here. These are just shoved over here until we get the chicken coop built. I'm going to go ahead and plant all these, and we'll just be able to slide them over because I'm getting chicken babies. Okay, one last area for the veggies. This is my catering kitchen. Okay, this door is inside my kitchen. My trash can's right on the other side because we don't ever go out that door because we don't have steps there. We're going to build a porch right here that's wide enough to where we can back my trailer up to it, let the door down to set on the porch and just load straight in from this door out of the kitchen. Anyway, we are redoing some stuff. And I used to have a garden over here before we took the goat pen down. And this was all fenced. And I grew stuff in here and it did really, really well. So I decided to put some of my tubs over here and just try some different things. So I have squash. That is a Rutgers tomato in this one. That's a zucchini. That is a hot jalapeno. And this is a yellow pear cherry tomato. So we're going to see how they do with just getting morning sun. It's going to be probably about 6 hours of sun on this side. Should be enough to make them happy. We shall see. And all of this right here is muscadine vine. This is where I get the grapes for my muscadine jelly. This and down the street. So I have some of these in the freezer. We might be making jelly here pretty quick. Okay, that is the first garden tour of 2023. Sorry about the road noise. I got a highway right there. Anyway, I kind of wanted you to see it before everything started growing. It is going to be so green here in no time at all. And while I was filming, I got a little delivery. I love me some Amazon. Dahlias and peonies need support. They get top heavy. They flop out, fall over. I got some stakes. So as soon as I get them in the ground, I can actually stake them because I'll know where they are and they can just grow right up on through it. Anyway, all right, y'all, that is it. I will try to link maybe another garden video. Maybe last year, whenever it was big and full. And yeah, if you're not subscribed, please do so. Click the bell and click all so you're notified every time that I upload a video. And yeah, I'll see y'all soon. Happy gardening. Bye.